Namaste, welcome to Arthneeti, where we discuss money and money related tools to help you in your everyday investing decisions. I am Dr. Shifalika Gokhale. I hold a PhD in business practices of mutual fund houses. These videos are part of the investor awareness initiative of Samyak FinServe. Now, in today's video, we will discuss the metamorphosis that is happening in the IT sector. Forget everything that you knew about the IT sector in India. Newspapers and headlines are screaming of slowdown and layoffs in this sector. But a silent revolution is brewing. The phenomenal rise of global capability centers, GCCs as they are commonly known. Imagine tech powerhouses of global MNCs right here in India. Indian IT companies till date were known as back office support to the world, but not anymore. These GCCs are morphing into innovation hubs, creating a huge wave of opportunities. Think of these stocks as blue chips of the service sector. Are you intrigued? I am. Let's dive deep and check how GCCs are transforming the future of the Indian IT landscape. We will start this video by comparing the performance of the manufacturing sector vis-a-vis the service sector for the previous financial year. That will be followed by the rise of GCCs and a few success stories in this space. Then we will discuss the economic impact of GCCs, followed by how government policies are boosting GCCs in India. And to save the best for the last, what all this means for the investors. So, join the ride. Take a look at this chart. While manufacturing shows a mixed performance, with credit to industry declining from 9.7% to 7.3%, and drop in sectors like cement and coal production, there's a bright spot. The service sector is on a roll. Services PMI has jumped from 57.3% to 60.3%, and credit to service sector has surged from 18% to 23.8%. This robust growth is largely driven by a new wave of innovation happening right here in India, and that's where GCCs come in. Texas Instruments was one of the first companies to set up a software design and R&D center in Bangalore way back in 1985. As of 2010, the total number of GCCs in India stood at 700. The revenue generated by them was roughly $11.5 billion. dollars. By 2023, the number of GCCs rose to 1600 plus, generating a revenue of $46 billion. This number is further set to rise above 2100 mark by 2030, generating a revenue of more than $90 billion. Now, 50% of all the global GCCs are in India, making India the GCC capital of the world. It employs nearly 1.6 million people, which is roughly quarter of the direct employment generated by the Indian IT sector. Bengaluru accounts for nearly 42% of the talent employed in the GCC space. Apart from prime locations like Vadodara, Ahmedabad, Trivandrum, Coimbatore, other emerging locations where new GCCs are going to be set are also coming up. Some of these locations are Pune, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Chennai, NCR, to name a few. Thanks to its vast pool of English speaking talent, GCCs set up in India have proven to be hugely successful for global MNCs. Take the example of Japanese conglomerate Rakuten. Now, Japan has an equivalent of Google Pay called the Rakuten Pay. This platform was developed by the company's GCC in Bengaluru. The GCC not only developed this platform but entirely manages it, right from user interface to backend to strategy. Take another example of US based home improvement retailer Low. Now, their GCC, again in Bengaluru, developed a self checkout system which was implemented in all 1700 of their outlets in the US. This helped increase the number of transactions handled at these stores by nearly 50%. Plus, this in house system was developed at a fraction of the cost which a vendor would have charged the company. Then let us look at the example of AstraZeneca, a name that we associate with the COVID vaccine. They have a GCC set up in Chennai. Now, a virtual reality training model which was developed at this center has helped the employees virtually practice bottling medicines. This has helped the company save millions of dollars due to wasted drugs during training. So these are just a few examples of success stories in the GCC space. GCCs are not only creating high quality jobs but also boosting the country's GDP by nearly $50 billion. Dollars. They are also fostering innovation ecosystems, particularly in the space of engineering, research, and development. In fact, the demand for skilled workforce is so high that there is a shortage of STEM graduates in India. Data shows that India produces nearly 2.3 million STEM graduates, but only half of them are engineers. This highlights the need to invest in broader STEM education to meet the growing demands of GCCs. Many government policies and initiatives are proving to be a boon for this sector. Initiatives like the Atmanirbhar Bharat, which means self reliant India, are creating a fertile ground for investments in sectors that benefit from local manufacturing and innovation like artificial intelligence. This aligns perfectly with the growing focus of GCCs on in house innovation and development. Also, the government PLI schemes, product linked incentive schemes, further incentivize companies to establish and expand GCCs in India. Finally, coming to the most important part, what does all this mean to the investors? Traditionally, IT sector in India has been an outsourcing platform to the world. IT companies develop software as per the needs of their clients and sell them that software at specified prices. But constraints of cost, speed, user experience, culture, and ownership, because of these constraints, many foreign conglomerates have set up their own in house GCCs in the country. This has led to many news articles of slowdown and layoffs in the IT sector. But it is just a shift of balance from the traditional IT companies to GCCs. Now, in order to weather this storm, Indian IT companies will have to change skill set as well as business strategies. Companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro have established significant GCC operations focusing on areas of AI, R&D, and digital transformation. To give you an example, Infosys, which partners with Vanguard for software development, will play a key role when Vanguard sets up its GCC in India. Some other points that investors should ponder upon while taking a call of investing in the IT sector. Now, the future of technology, R&D, AI is bright in India, driven by this phenomenal rise in GCCs. Investing in institutions and startups that bridge the gap, the skill gap, and develop the next generation of talent pool for GCCs is also a good opportunity. Investors should look out for companies that benefit from government schemes like the PLI scheme that encourage local manufacturing and innovation. Lastly, data speaks volumes. Robust performance of GCCs in export earnings indicate a stable and promising environment for investments in export oriented sector. As per NASCOM, GCC contributes a whopping 70% of India's IT export. This translates to a staggering $140 billion annually. Strong export performance of GCC helps achieve two important goals. First, it helps balance trade deficits in other sectors, creating more stable overall trade picture of India. Secondly, it contributes to a healthier foreign exchange reserve, which strengthens Indian rupee and provides a buffer against economic fluctuations. Lastly, by investing in companies with established GCC operations, investors can position themselves to benefit from the continued export growth and positive impact it has on the Indian economy. So, this was all about GCC and how it is transforming the IT landscape in India. I hope you have liked my video and it has proven to be of value addition in your investment journey. Any questions you have, please feel free to comment below the video and I will be happy to reply to you. Until next time, stay safe. Goodbye.